धन जन आर कविता सुंदरी बोलिब न चाहे देह सुखकारी। जन्मे जन्मे दाओ ओ हे गौरहरि आहे तो की भक्ति चरण तुम्हारा। हबे हबे बोलो से दीनाम। करित श्री कृष्ण नाम उच्चारण पुलकित देहो गदगद वचन। कबे करिते श्री कृष्ण वैवरण्य अभे पाथो अभे संगठन निरंतर नेत्रे भवे अश्रुधारा। देह बलो से दीनामा। कबे नवद्वीपे सुरधुनि ताटे गौर नित्यानंद बोली निष्कपटे। नाचिया गाइया भिड़ाई बछोटे बातुलेर प्राय छड़िया बिचारा। नाचिया हबे बलो से दीनाम। हबे बलो से तबे नित्यानंद मोरे कोरि दया छड़ाइबे मोर विषयेर माया। दिया मोरे निज चरणेर छाया न मेरा हटेते दिव्य अधिकार। दिया हबे हबे बलो से दीना। हबे बलो तबे जीवे दया होइबे उदय निज सुख भोली सुदीन हृदय। मकाति विनोद करिया विनय श्री अज्ञात हल करिबे प्रचार। बकति हबे हबे बोलो से नाम। अपराध भोची सुथाना में रोची कृपा बले हृदये कृपा बले हबे हृदये संचार नाम। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 बोलो श्री राम हरे हरे बोलो अपराध रोची शुद्ध नाम रोची कृपा बले हबे हृदय संचार होती शुद्ध नाम रोची कृपा बले हबे हृदय संचार बेहद से नाम बेहद बोलो बेहद बोलो से नाम बेहद बोलो बेहद बोलो से नाम बेहद बोलो नाम। जय ओम विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिव्रजकाचार्य अष्टोत्तर शत श्री श्रीमती डिवाइन ग्रेस अभय चरण अरविंद भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी श्री प्रभुपाद की जय। इस्कॉन फाउंडर आचार्य बीबीडी फाउंडर आचार्य सेवियर ऑफ द होल वर्ल्ड श्री प्रभुपाद की जय ओम विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिव्रजकाचार्य अष्टोत्तर शत श्री श्रीमद भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती गोस्वामी ठाकुर श्री प्रभुपाद की अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की नमचार्य शिल हरिदास ठाकुर की प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवास आदि गौर भक्त वृंद की श्री श्री राधा कृष्ण गो गोपिका श्याम कुंड राधा कुंड गिरिराज गोवर्धन की ब्रजभूमि श्री वृंदावन धाम की मथुरापुरी धाम की पुरुषोत्तम क्षेत्र श्री जगन्नाथपुरी धाम की श्री नवद्वीप मायापुर धाम की गंगा मैया की यमुना मैया की भक्ति देवी की, श्रीमती तुलसी महारानी की, समवेत गौर भक्त वृंद की, श्री श्री राधा माधव की, श्री श्री जगन्नाथ बलदेव सुभद्र मैया की, श्री श्री गौर निताय की, निताय गौर प्रेमानंदे. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories, all glories, all glories to Shri Guru and Shri Gauranga. Namam Vishnupadaya Krishna Prishthaya Bhutale Shrimate Bhakti Vedanta Swamin Iti Namine. Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shanyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine. Om Ajnanatimirandasya. Okay, the meaning of this song is, when, oh when will that day be mine? When will you give me your blessings? Erase all my offenses and give my heart a taste, ruchi, for chanting the holy name in purity. When will I taste the essence of the holy name, feeling myself to be lower than the grass, my heart filled with tolerance? When will I give respect to all others and be free from desire for respect from them? When will I cry out that I have no longer any desire for wealth and followers, poetry and beautiful women, all of which are meant just for bodily pleasure? O Gaur Hari, give me causeless devotional service, bhakti to your lotus feet, birth after birth. When will my body be covered with goosebumps and my voice broken with emotion as I pronounce Krishna's name? When will my body change color and my eyes flow with endless tears as I chant? When will I give up all thought of the world and society to run like a madman along the banks of the Ganges in Navadvip, singing and dancing and sincerely calling out the names of Gaura and Nityananda? When will Nityananda Prabhu be merciful to me and deliver me from the enchantment, Maya of the sense objects? When will he give me the shade of his lotus feet and the right to enter the marketplace, Namahatta of the holy name? When will I buy, borrow, or steal the ecstasies of the holy name? When will I lose myself in the intoxication of the holy name? When will I immerse myself in the nectar of the holy name after grasping the feet of a saint who constantly relishes the flavors, rasa of devotion? When will I feel compassion for all living beings, jivas? When will I forget my own pleasure in genuine humility? And when will I, Bhakti Vinod, meekly go from door to door, preaching your message of love? श्री भक्तिविनोद ठाकुर की जय. ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय. ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय. ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय. Reading from 5th canto, chapter 19th, entitled The Island of Jambudvip, text 23. Please repeat. Kalpayusham sthanajayat punarbhavat क्षणायुषां भारत भुजयो वरम् क्षणेन मर्त्यं क्षणेन मर्त्येन कृतं मनस्विनः सन्न्यस्य संयान्ति अभयं पदं हरेः. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace, Abhay Charanarvinda Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. A short life in the land of Bharatvarsha is preferable to a life achieved in Brahmalok for millions and billions of years. Because even if one is elevated to Brahmalok, he must return to repeated birth and death. Although life in Bharatvarsh, in a lower planetary system, is very short, one who lives there can elevate himself to full Krishna consciousness and achieve the highest perfection, even in this short life, by fully surrendering unto the lotus feet of the Lord. Thus one attains Vaikuntha Lok, where there is neither anxiety nor repeated birth in a material body. Purport. This is further confirmation of the statement given by Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Bharat bhumiti haila manushya jarmazar janma sarthaka kari kara paropakar. One who has taken birth in the land of Bharatvash has a full opportunity to study the direct instructions given by Krishna in Bhagavad Gita and thus finally decide what to do in his human form of life. One should certainly give up all other propositions and surrender to Krishna. Krishna will then immediately take charge and relieve one of the results of past sinful life. Aham tvam sarva papebhyo mokshayishyami ma shuchah. Therefore, one should take to Krishna consciousness as Krishna himself recommends. Anmana bhava bhakto madhyachi mam namaskuru. Always think of me, become my devotee, worship me, and offer my obeisances. This is very easy, even for a child. Why not take this path? One should try to follow the instructions of Krishna exactly and thus become fully eligible to be promoted to the kingdom of God. Tyakta dveham punarjanma naiti, mameti so Arjuna. One should go directly to Krishna and engage in his service. This is the best opportunity offered to the inhabitants of Bharatvarsha. One who is fit to return home back to Godhead is no longer liable to the results of karma, good or bad. 24th verse also is written. So repeat. Nayatra Vaikuntha Katha Sudha Paga न साधवो भागवतस्तदाश्रयः न यत्र यज्ञेशमखा महोत्सवः सुरेशलोकोऽपि न वै स सेव्यताम्. Translation: An intelligent person does not take interest in a place, even in the topmost planetary system, if the pure Ganges of topics concerning the Supreme Lord's activities does not flow there. If there are not devotees engaged in service on the banks of such a river of piety, or if there are no festivals of Sankirtan Yajna to satisfy the Lord, especially since Sankirtan Yajna is recommended in this age. Purport: Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appeared in the land of Bharatvarsha, specifically in Bengal, in the district of Nadia, where Navadvip is situated. It is therefore to be concluded, as stated by Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur, that within this universe, this earth is the best planet, and on this planet, the land of Bharatvarsha is the best. In the land of Bharatvarsha, Bengal is still better. In Bengal, the district of Nadia is still better. And in Nadia, the best place is Navadvip, because Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appeared therein to inaugurate the performance of the sacrifice of chanting the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. The Shastras recommend Krishna Varnam Tusha Krishnam Sangopangastra Parshadam Jagyai Sankitana Prayer Yajanti Sumetas. Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is always accompanied by his very confidential associates, such as Sri Nityanand, Sri Gadadhar, and Sri Advait, and by many devotees like Srivas. They are always engaged in chanting the name of the Lord and are always describing Lord Krishna. Therefore, this is the best among all the places in the universe. The Krishna consciousness movement has established its center in Mayapur, the birthplace of Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, to give men the great opportunity to go there and perform a constant festival of Sankirtan Yajna, as recommended here in Yajnesha Makha Mahotsavaha, and to distribute prasad to millions of hungry people, hankering for spiritual emancipation. This is the mission of the Krishna consciousness movement. Chaitanya Bhagavat confirms this as follows: one should not desire to be elevated even to a place in the heavenly planetary systems if it has no propaganda to expand the glories of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, no trace of Vaishnavas, pure devotees of the Lord, and no festivals for spreading Krishna consciousness. It would be better to live perpetually cramped within the airtight bag of a mother's womb, where one can at least remember the lotus feet of the Lord, than to live in a place where there is no opportunity to remember his lotus feet. I pray not to be allowed to take birth in such a condemned place. Similarly, Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita, Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami says that since Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is the inaugurator of the Sankirtan movement, anyone who performs Sankirtan to please the Lord is very, very glorious. Such a person has perfect intelligence, whereas others are in the ignorance of material existence. Of all the sacrifices mentioned in the Vedic literature, the performance of Sankirtan Yajna is the best. Even the performance of 100 Ashwamedh sacrifices cannot compare to the sacrifice of Sankirtan. According to the author of Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita, if one compares Sankirtan Yajna to the Yajnas, to other Yajnas, he is a Pashandi, an infidel, and is liable to be punished by Yamraj. There are many Mayavadis who think that the performance of Sankirtan Yajna is a pious activity similar to the performance of the Ashwamedh Yajna and other such pious functions. But this is a nam aparad. Chanting of the holy name of Lord Narayan and chanting of other names are never equal, despite what Mayavadis think. Omagyanatamirantasya Yananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपः कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं वन्दे श्रीगुरौ पदकमलं श्रीगुरोन् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगणा रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादान् सहगणा ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवास आदि गौर भक्त वृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा। Welcome to our evening discussion. The topic given is Krishna Lalasa. That means aspiring to achieve Krishna. As here in these prayers, demigods are praying in the island of Jambudvip to the Lord that better one short life in Bharat Bhumi, Bharatvarsh, than a long life of millions and billions of years on Brahmalok. And Brahmalok people are very pious, Brahma himself heading them. And it is said that at the end of the life of Brahma, Brahma goes back to Godhead also, with all these people of higher planetary systems like Tapalok, Janalok, etc. But that is not so good because such a long life, but there is no guarantee of, in one sense, going back to Godhead. There also, one may come back again to this material world. Whereas a short life in Bharatvash can be used for realizing God. By perfecting one's existence, one can go back to Godhead, getting rid of the cycle of birth and death. So all that is needed is the association of pure devotee and pure devotees, and then one can desire to go back to Godhead, engage in spiritual activities, and go back also. So as per the topic given, I'll speak something about Krishna Lalsa. So there is Vishay Lalsa and there is Krishna Lalsa. Vishay Lalsa is Lalsa means basically eagerness or attachment. If it is for happiness of sense objects, happiness through sense objects, then it is called as Vishay Lalsa. But if it is through Krishna conscious activities, then it is Krishna Lalsa. Prabhupada in one place quoting Iha Yasya Harir Dase Karmana Manasa Gira Nikhilashi Api Avastasu Jivan Mukta Sauchyate, that one who while living in this body with his body, mind and words engages in the Lord's service, such a person, even though he is encased within this mortal body, he is a liberated soul. Just like example of a dry coconut is given, in which the pulp within is completely separated from the shell. So likewise, such a person is within the material body, but is liberated. So there Prabhupada in purport says, a person who always desires to serve Krishna is interested in ways to continue to convince people that there is a supreme personality of Godhead, that the supreme personality of Godhead is Krishna. That is his ambition. It doesn't matter whether he is in heaven or hell. This is called Uttama Shloka Lalasa. Uttam Shloka is again Krishna only. So this Lalsa desire is very important. Mora ye abhilash vilas kunja diyo vas nayane hiribo sada yugal ruparashi. So mora ye abhilash, that lalsa. Everybody has that lalsa in one sense, but all are materialistic lalsa because they are in the materialistic realm, in the association of materialistic people. Then material desires dominate. They spring in the heart. They manifest in the heart, and one persistently pursues that path of trying to satisfy his material desires only. Sangat sanjayate kama. The association we have accordingly desires develop. But if we are in the association of devotees, then we can develop spiritual aspirations. So the aspirations are very important. About material things, he says, Vairagi haya kare jivhar lalas, paramartha jai ar hayar seravash. Even if one is a Vairagi in the externally, in the renowned sort of life, sannyasi, but if he's running for satisfying the um, uh, titillation of his tongue, then paramartha jai, he loses spiritual life. Har hoy raservash, he becomes subservient to the different allurements offered by tongue. Vairagira krutya sada nama sankirtan shakapatra phala mule udara bharan. A Vairagi sannyasi's activities is always he chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. And as far as maintaining himself, Shaka Patra Phala Mule Udara Bharan. He eats some leafy vegetables, some leaves, some flower, fruit, fruit,
Different devotees.
and just satisfies his belly. Means satisfies, fills his belly. जीवेर लालसायै इति उति धाय Krishnodara Parayana Krishne nahi pai. So the tongue pulls one in all different directions for satisfying different tastes. And then he runs here and there, becomes very devoted to belly and genitals, does not get Krishna. So on the opposite side, there is Siddhi Lalasa, the desire to perfect one's spiritual existence, spiritual practices. Like this song says, there are many songs like that. कबे नवद्वीपे सुरधुनीताटे गौर नित्यानंद बोली निष्कपटे नाचिया गाइया बेड़ाई बो छूटे बातुलेर प्राय छाड़िया विचार तबे हबे बोलो से दीनामा. Oh, when that day will be mine, when on the bank of Ganges in the land of Navadvip, I will go mad and call as if gone mad completely without considering what people think of me. Like that. He said that. Gaura Nityananda Boli Nishkapate. No kapat. Not that, oh, let me prove to the whole world how much I'm mad for Gaur Nityananda. No, without any kapat. So that kind of aspiration to perfect one in one's bhajan. Kabe Gauravane Suradhuni Tate Aradhe Ha Krishna Bole. Bhaktivinoda Thakur has many such songs. So Bhajan Lal is also there, hankering for divine service. Gurudev Kripa Bindu Diya Karo Yai Dase Trunapekha Atihina Sakala Sahane Baladiya Karo Nijamane Spruhahina. Kripa Bindu Diya, give me just a drop of that oceanic mercy that you have. Kripa Bindu Diya Karo Nija Dase Trunapeka Atihina, that I am what do you call, more insignificant than a blade of grass. Sakale sammana karite shakati. Sakale sammana सकल सहने बल दिया करो. Give me the strength to be able to tolerate everything. निज माने स्पृहाहीन, considering myself to be without any material desire. In the Jaiva Dharma, there is a conversation between two devotees. So there the Goswami is asked question by one devotee. So he answers, the intense greed for attaining one's avishta, that is desired goal, is called as lalasa, yearning. So that aspiration should be there. Just like in this material world, people are mad to go to America. So much on that, what they call? Hmm. Huh? Boston? Yeah. Shri Kumar? Shri Gaur Hari? Silicon Valley. What, you want to go to Silicon Valley? And he wants to go to Boston. Okay. Without my completing statement, they are telling the place where they want to go. And who will preach in Bangalore? But anyway, I'm happy for going there or here. You'll give up cognizant and Infosys. I don't know. He may go to Infosys Silicon Valley, and he'll go to Infosys Boston. So they in that office where they get visa. So there's a long queue of thousands of Indians. घोर यही अभिलाष अमेरिके दियोवास नयने हिरिबो सदा green card or visa. So foolishly people are mad after going there. But Narottam Das Thakur says, Shri Rupa Manjari Pada Sei Mora Sampada Sei Mor Bhajana Bhojana. Same Shri Rupa Manjari Pada, the lotus feet of Shri Rupa Manjari, Sei Mora Sampada, they are my wealth. They are my bhajan, they are my pujan, they are my decoration. They are end all and be all. A two shed for me. So very beautiful song. So these aspirations are very important, and by hearing a pure devotee, spiritual master, one gets such aspirations. And by associating with materialistic people, one gets Vishal also. Yo dustyajan darasutan suhrudrajam hridisvrishaha jaho yuyeva malavat uttama shloka lalasaha. So that which is very difficult to give up, like wife, children, friends, one's kingdom. These are all very dear things to one's heart. But Bharat Maharaj give them all up in his prime of youth, just like when one gives up stool and does not even look behind. Because he had desire to achieve Krishna. Uttama Shloka Lalasa. So signs of Virakti, detachment, are found in a person who has developed bhav. And the bhav stage, these things are there. 9 symptoms are there. One of them is Virakti, detachment. Nityanpuru talks about Raghunath Das Goswami. Ihara Vishaya Sukh, Indra Sukhasam. This Raghunath Das Goswami has such opulence, like Indra has opulence in heavenly planet. Chaitanya Kripate se ha nahi bhaya mane sabe आशीर्वाद कर पाउक Chaitanya charane. But by the mercy of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, this Raghunath doesn't have any aspiration to enjoy this opulence, which is as good as Indra's opulence. All of you, please bless him. Nityanpuru is requesting all the devotees that he achieves the lotus feet of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu soon. Because Raghunath Goswami was trying to run from his house and join Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, but his parents had, father had arranged some 10 guards who would go run behind him, capture him, get him back. So several times he tried, could not be successful. But when Nityanpuru came to Panihati in the house of Raghav Pandit, there Raghunath Das Goswami went to meet him. When Chaitanya Nityanpuru saw him paying obeisances from a distance, he said, "Hey, you're a thief. You're paying obeisances from a distance. So I will punish you. You have to feed my all associates with Chida Dahi." So that was to the great pleasure of Raghunath Das Goswami, who had so much wealth. So he arranged Chida Dahi and Chida Doodh for all the associates of Sri Chaitanya of Sri Nityananda Prabhu, and then Nityananda Prabhu kept his lotus foot on the head of Raghunath Das, blessing him that very soon he would achieve the lotus feet of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Then when he ran from home, he could join Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. कृष्ण पाद पद्म गंध यही जन पाए सही जन पाए ब्रह्मलोक आदि सुख तार नहीं भाई. Those people who relish the fragrance of the lotus feet of Lord Shri Krishna, so they cannot enjoy anything of this world. Nothing is relishable for them, including even pleasure that is there in Brahmalok. न धनम न जनम न सुंदरीं कवितां वा जगदीश कामये मम जन्मनि जन्मनीश्वरे भवताद् भक्तिर अहेतुकी त्वयि. That, oh my Lord, I do not desire beautiful women, wealth, or followers. I only want your causeless devotional service, birth after birth. So they do not even care for liberation. Devotees, they go on with their devotional service. Shunyayitam jagat sarvam govinda virahena me. That whole world appears to be like very wide without Govinda. Prabhupada says one should cry for Krishna. One should learn how to cry for the Lord. One should learn this small technique. Such tears are the price for the highest perfection, price to enter into the kingdom of God. Materialistic people cry for these materialistic things. They want bike, they want car, they want big job, they want entrance in IIT, IIM, IISc, all crazy fellows. But one should cry for Krishna to be able to enter in kingdom of God. In the Padyavali of Srila Rupa Goswami, 14th verse, he says, Krishna bhakti rasa bhavita matihi kriyatam yadi kutopi labhyate tatra laulyam api mulyam ekalam janma koti sukrutair na labhyate. Krishna bhakti rasa bhavita matihi, that one should be very, very Krishna conscious. And such Krishna consciousness, if it is getting sold somewhere, one should be ready to pay any price. And the price is only one. That intense greed to achieve it. And such thing, Krishna consciousness, is achieved not by many lifetimes of mm, pious activities also. In Marathi, Tukaram Maharaj some sentences. बहुत सुकृताची जोडी म्हणुनी विठ्ठल आवडी. Sometimes it is said in other way also. बहुत सुकृताची जोडी म्हणुनी विठ्ठले आवडी. So he says, because of heaps and heaps of devotional activities in the past, bahut sukrutachi jodi, manuni Vitthal avadi. That's why one likes Lord Vitthal, because he has performed devotional life for many, many lifetimes. Another little slight different version says, because of many lifetimes of devotional activities, he is very dear to Lord Vitthal. Manuni Vitthale avadi. He is very dear to Lord Vitthal. So Prabhupada says this eagerness can be awakened by the association of devotees, Sangat Sanjayate Kamaha. That positive side of attachment, association, is that one develops attraction to Krishna or the desire to attain Krishna. Once in the Western countries, when Prabhupada had gone for a morning walk, after the morning walk was over, then Prabhupada came back to where his car was. The car door was opened by one of the disciples. Prabhupada entered in the car, sat in the front seat next to the driver, and the door was closed by the disciple. The driver had started the vehicle. Just vehicle was about to go, and when the devotees who had surrounded the car, they were around Prabhupada. Prabhupada was about to leave. One particular young American boy who had joined this morning walk, it appeared that he wanted to ask something to Prabhupada, but all throughout he did not ask only. And now, as the vehicle was about to move, he came running to the door where Prabhupada was sitting and said, Swamiji, Swamiji, I want to fully surrender to Krishna. Please tell me, what should I do? And Prabhupada answered in one word, desire. Desire. He wanted to fully surrender to Krishna. So only one thing is required, desire. So one cannot have desire by himself. Because of materialistic association, one will desire materialistic thing. But if you are associating with pure devotee of the Lord, then we'll desire spiritual life. One will desire to go back to God. That's why Lavamatra Sadhu Sange Sarva Siddhi Hoy. The pure devotee instills that desire to achieve Krishna in our heart. Nobody else can instill. Just like even for that matter, when Dilomangal Thakur was so infatuated by his attraction to the beauty of Chintamani, the prostitute, that when his father died also, he was telling the priest, "Hey, come on, hurry up, finish quickly, quickly. What is this? Why so much delay?" And the priest was wondering, what a fool. His father is dead, and he's saying, quick, 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 quick. But anyway, the pujari, that priest did something, and all the ceremony is over. Then Dilwangal Thakur was feeling separation from Chintamani. But because of father's death and all those rituals to be done, his process of meeting, the time of meeting her was delayed. So he ran in the forest to meet her. But there was a river in between which was over flooded. There was no boatman to take him across. He found some object. He held on to that and swam across the river. After reaching there, when he left the object, then he watched it carefully. Then he understood it was a dead body. He was shocked, but then he said, "Okay, hell with it. I have to meet her." Again, he ran through the bushes, thorny bushes. His body was cut, bruises, blood flowing, but he did not care. He reached her house and rang, what do you call, banged or knocked the door. But because it was heavy rains, she was not able to hear, and it seems she was on the first floor. So he was wondering, what is this? Then he saw that there is something hanging there. He held on to that and climbed up. There was a window there. He entered in the window and jumped inside, and he left that object. Then he observed that was a snake. So holding on to snake, he had climbed up. Then he said, anyway, does not matter. I reached anyway. And Chintamani was there in that room. She was shocked in this dead of the night when it's raining so heavily, a river is overflooded. How this fellow came here? So much attraction he has for my flesh, for my skin. So he said, "Oh, my dear Vilomangal, you if you had similar attachment, same attachment for Krishna, by now you would have been a pure devotee." So immediately Vilomangal Thakur says, "My spiritual master Somgiri has spoken through Chintamani." So if one associates, even sometimes such kind of enlightenment can take place. Not associated with a prostitute, because he's associating with his future master also, Somgiri. Then he got awakened to that clear desire. Then he left for Vrindavan. He says, working to the point of exhaustion to serve Srila Prabhupada mission. That should be the goal. Hmm? Working to the point of exhaustion to serve Srila Prabhupada's mission. You should get exhausted and collapse anywhere on the ground, and you should sleep. Then some devotee will come, he will put chatai next to you and roll you over that chatai. And next day morning, you will find you have gone to the other side of chatai. So that is perfection. Work very hard for Krishna. Then you will achieve Krishna. Tatra laulyam, intense greed, achieve Krishna. A cozy life, a life of sense gratification and Krishna consciousness go ill together. Cozy life and Krishna cannot be achieved. One has to work very hard. Gopis work so hard for Krishna. Yashodamai works so hard for Krishna. Gopas work so hard for Krishna. The cowherd friends of Krishna work so hard. They're so mad. When Sridhama once told his mother, "Mother, I want Krishna, I want Krishna, I cannot, I will go to Nanda Bhavan now." Mm, he is there with Yashoda. I'll meet Krishna now in the evening hours. And then immediately mother said, "No, no, 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 Sridhama, it's not proper now. See, whole day you were with Krishna while herding the cows in the forest. Now he has entered Yashoda Bhavan and he is with mother Yashoda. Let her also be with her son." Like that. She will not leave him. And he said, "No, no, no, I cannot." So then he said, "I cannot sleep without Krishna." So then what to do? So then the mother of this Sridhama, she told mother of Krishna, that is Yashodamai, that this is a condition of Sridhama. He's saying he cannot sleep without Krishna. So then Yashodamai said, "Okay, then we'll give him one picture of Krishna, one portrait, sketch of Krishna." Okay, that was agreed upon by the mother of Sri Rama. Then Chitra was called. Chitra Sakhi. She is expert in drawing sketches. That's why she's Chitra. So then Chitralekha also she's called. So then she was called by Mother Yashoda. Come, you have to draw the painting sketch of Krishna. So she came running, and then Krishna was there in Yashoda Bhavan, and she sat in one place with her canvas, brush, colors, everything. And for drawing the sketch of the person has to be steady. He should be sitting. Then you can draw properly. But Krishna was so restless. If you go to some bus stand, I don't know what happens here in Bangalore, but in Pune, Swargate bus stand, many other places, you're just sitting like that waiting for a bus, and you don't know what is happening. After 15 20 minutes, one person will come and he'll show you. That's sir. I have drawn your sketch. And exactly the posture you are sitting in, waiting for the bus, all the expressions on your face, they are all drawn by that fellow. Like that. Once I was in the plane, I was chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. After half an hour, one lady sitting next, she showed me, her sketch, her what you call page. And on that, she had drawn me chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra. All Shikha, shaved head. And from the angle she was watching me, because I was steadily chanting, in a sense, I was not looking here and there. I was just looking in front seat only and I was chanting. So she found it still not moving person. So she found it appropriate, and I was not even aware because she was a lady. I did not look at her. So then she showed and so, oh, wonderful. You're a very good artist. So then I wrote there, thank you for drawing wonderfully, uh, for your wonderful sketch. Please use your skill, talent for appreciating the creation of the Lord, and the Lord Himself, who is the creator of this creation. So like that, I wrote and I wrote my name, Sundarshyam. And she said, "Do you want this?" I said, "No, thank you. Keep it with you." So then I inquired about her, what she does, and she was from Bombay or somewhere. So people will draw your sketch. So here, Chitra Sakhi had a difficulty because Krishna is so restless. Looking here, looking there, he's running here, running there. So she was not able to draw anything on the canvas. And then her other friends, Sakhis, they said, "Hey Chitra, what is this? You are not able to draw?" She said, "Yeah, I'm having difficulty because he is so restless. He's not still. He's moving so much." So then immediately one Sakhi said, "Have you taken permission of Srimati Radharani?" She said, "No. Why?" So without Radha, only Radharani can hold Krishna in her heart. Nobody else in the creation. So because you don't have blessings of Radharani, permission of Radharani, you cannot hold Krishna in any particular posture. Go and get her permission. Immediately Chitra Sakhi ran and met Srimati Radharani, said, Radharani, Yashodamai wants me to draw Krishna's sketch. So please give me your permission. By mistake, I just ran like that, thinking Yashodamadi called, but I'm not able to draw. Then she said, yes, you please be able to draw. So then she came, and then though Krishna was moving like this here, there, everywhere, one particular figure of Krishna she captured in her heart by the blessings of Radharani. And then Krishna was anyway restless only, but that figure got instilled in her heart. And looking at that picture of Krishna, Tanta Sadaiva Hridayeshu Vilokayanti. So in her heart, she saw that figure of Krishna and she drew on the canvas. And that portrait was given to Sridhama. And in the night, he would embrace that portrait, that photo of Krishna, that frame, and he would sleep like that. And he would feel I am embracing Krishna, and then he would peacefully sleep. So such intense attachment. When will we have that? We hold on to our objects, mobile. शाम का है संग, सैमसंग. Shyam Sang Bhagavad Gita. That I don't know what it is, but Shyam ka hai sang. Thinking I have Samsung mobile. Hmm. Or we are eating apple in the night. iPhone, like that. So that should not be there. So how to develop this Sangat Sanjayate Kama in the association of devotees? We get the desire to achieve Krishna. In the association of materialistic people, we get desire to achieve Maya, Maya's alluring objects. And it is said, Lobha Sadhu Sange Hari Katha. If you want to purify material greed, we have to hear Harikatha, the pastimes of the Lord, name, fame, qualities, pastimes of the Lord, in the midst of sincere devotees. Then we will be able to develop intense greed to achieve Krishna. Now, when I joined as a brahmachari in year 2000, I wrote a letter to His Holiness Radha Swami Maharaj. So that letter I had sent it to Radha Gopinath temple only, but I don't know what happened somehow. Maybe Maharaj carried it to America because he was going to America, I think. So Maharaj replied from there, America, West Virginia. I have it in Pune. If you ask me there, I'll show you. So it's a printed, what they call letterhead. Dandi Goswami, Radhana Swami, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's picture in a circle, and on the top is Khan, Founder Acharya Swami Prabhupada. All these things are there. It's a letterhead proper. And on that, Maharaj wrote, Dear Sundarshyam Prabhu, please accept my humble obeisances. Uh, then he says that Prabhupada says that faith is a very important thing or something in spiritual life, and this faith develops by hearing and chanting the glories of the Supreme Lord in the midst of dedicated devotees. Please try to understand the unlimited fortune that is given to you. Mm. And then at the end, I hope this letter meets you in the pink of your health. Your servant, Radhana Swami. I'm just telling paraphrase exactly. I don't remember. So here you can see what he's saying. The faith is a very important thing in spiritual life. Prabhupada has said, and that faith develops by hearing and chanting the glories of the Lord in the midst of dedicated devotees. So he used that word because I was going to stay with devotees who have dedicated their lives, because I had joined as a brahmachari and I was seeking blessings of Maharaj for being continuing brahmachari throughout life. So he said, in the association of dedicated devotees, because in brahmacharya ashram all are dedicated only. They don't have job, they don't have wife, children, house, nothing. They are dedicated only to mission of Krishna, to chant the holy name of the Lord, to hear about the Lord, etc. So in their midst, when we do hearing and chanting, so then the faith becomes very strong. So lobh sadhu sange harikatha, greed develops. Our material greed gets purified by hearing Krishna Katha in the midst of devotees. We develop the wealth of that world. We earn the wealth of that world in Sadhu Sangha by hearing Hari Katha. In the same time, this 1 hour also discussion. You're outside, you do some business, part-time business, something you do. Sometimes people do online business, something, and you can earn some few hundred or few thousand rupees. But instead of earning the wealth of this world, if you in the midst of devotees, sincere devotees, if we hear Harikatha, we'll earn the wealth of that world. Golok, Vrindavan's wealth. Golokera prema dhana Harinama Sankirtana. So it is wealth of spiritual world, that our portrait of universe. There we see the holy name. From earth it goes like this, like this, like this to Golok Vrindavan. The devotee chants holy name, then he will go back to Golok Vrindavan. But actually, originally, from Golok Vrindavan, Harinam has come. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, that NH Aushadhi Maya Nashivaru Lagi, Harinam Mahamantra Lavatu Maya. I have brought this holy name from Golok Vrindavan only. He came from Golok Vrindavan and he brought the holy name also from Golok Vrindavan for our deliverance. So that's why one should associate with devotees and develop desire to achieve Krishna. Hmm. This Krishna want, Govinda want. Chinnayitam Jagat Sarvam Govinda Virahename. So this is topmost achievement in life. Nothing else. All this IIT, NIT, ISC, IM, all I. If I can go, I may go. If you remove I from IIT and IM, then only IT or IM remains. If you remove one more I, then only T remains or M remains. Empty. Make everything empty, then you can go back to garden. If I can go, I may go. Because everything will become empty, na? Triple IT. My God. Oh, man, I. So much I, ahankar. Ahankar T. Ahankar T. Ahankar M. Ahankar SC. IISC. Like that. So all foolishness. Anyway, that is in short about Krishna Lalsa. Any question? That will come. Krishna will arrange for us systematic hearing if we are eager to attain him. It will happen eventually. Spiritual master will speak pastimes of the Lord, pastimes of Lord Gauranga. When we read Srimad Bhagavatam, there we will have 10th canto, where all the pastimes of Lord Krishna are described. And even in the classes that we hear, some passages like today we had pastime of Sridama. Like that, you will get to hear Krishna's name, fame, qualities, and pastimes. Extraneously, we don't have to endeavor. I read one book of Rupa Goswami. I'll not tell the name, maybe. That is the highest book to be read, maybe the last book you will read in life. Somehow I got it not as first. But that was the last book I had decided to read in my life. But last book means in the series. But somehow I got that only. Then I thought, okay, this has come in hand. I will read it. So there are hundreds of pastimes of Krishna in the relationship to qualities, different qualities that the Lord has, and so many esoteric pastimes also, and very amazing pastimes. So that will Krishna will arrange that. Hmm? Yes. That Lalasa develops. What happens as the time proceeds, use that Lalasa over a period of time, and the same thing which was so attractive at one period decreases. That is because of association. The craving is there when I get back, but somehow when we associate with devotees sincerely in the early stages, we develop that, we get that craving. But eventually we commit offenses to Vaishnavas, so we'll lose that taste for achieving Krishna. Rather, one will be attracted to Maya's alluring objects. Then no wonder, even if senior brahmacharis are, "Hey, what is that model of mobile? Oh, iPhone you got? Uh, could we also have?" All kind of materialistic talks will be there. And what is there today in the prasadam? Today's weekly sweet dinner. Which weekly sweet is there today? Halwa, paneer, suji, buchi. So it depends on whom do you associate with. You associate with pure devotee. You hear from pure devotees, then you'll get that. He says that, what is that? Shravana Shravana Kirtana Jale Karaye Sechan. What is the first line? Sei Bija Rudhaye Ropan. Rudhaya Ropan, something like that he says. Bija Aropan. Shravana Kirtana Jale Se. हाँ माली हैया करे से बीज आरोपण श्रवण कीर्तन जले करये सेचन. That with the watering, hearing and chanting process is the watering of that bhakti lata beach. So that hearing should be done from pure devotees. Yesterday we discussed all the details, Prabhupada purport. So it's very wonderful purport that how one should do hearing and one should repeat the instructions of the spiritual master. All this. Yes. Hmm? That I don't know. The devotee who told me, then I took those slokas. But the topic given was Krishna Lalsa. I read those purports, translation, sloka translation purport, and I spoke on Krishna Lalsa. There, the demigods have a desire to be born in India, in Bharatvarsh, rather than birth in Brahmalok for millions and trillions of years. Because even a short lifespan of Krishna consciousness in Bharatvarsha leads to perfection. So it's like desiring to attain Krishna in Bharatvarsha, that is the thing. Whereas in Brahmaloka and other places, one will only get sense gratification and other things. So better not be born there. न यत्र वैकुण्ठकथा सुधापगा न साधवो भागवतास्तदाश्रयः न यत्र यज्ञेशमखा महोत्सवः सुरेशलोकोऽपि न वै स सेव्यताम्. An intelligent person does not take interest in a place, even in the topmost planetary system, if the pure Ganges of topics concerning the Supreme Lord's activities does not flow there. If there are not devotees engaged in service on the banks of such a river of piety, or if there are no festivals of Sankirtan Yajna to satisfy the Lord, so having that Krishna also. Here is one question online. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, Hare Krishna. Please accept my humble obeisances. Humble obeisances. Prabhuji, in one of the Srila Prabhupada lectures, that holy name is sound incarnation of Lord. And also Prabhupada says that holy name is Shaktavesh avatar of Lord. But again we say holy name is non-different from Lord. How understand this, Prabhuji? So you send me that quote where Prabhupada says that holy name is Shaktavesh avatar of the Lord. Then I will be able to answer. Because I have not heard like that. Holy name being Shaktavesh avatar. Shaktavesh avatar are different. Any other question?
When we take some steps in spiritual life, there may be some risks involved actually. In the sense, risk in the sense we lose lot of material.
Not fear. Do not fear. Please do not. I am there. I means Krishna is there. Krishna is saying. Million times more risk is there in surrendering to Maya's proposals. In Krishna, Krishna will protect you.
This existing devotee association should not be organized, at least that way of planning is not.
Take shelter of your superior, counselor, and decide what to do. Because you are not telling the details, it's hard to understand the question itself first. But do not fear. There is no risk in Krishna consciousness. But in Maya's, every time you surrender to Maya, so much risk is there. Fall down only will take place. Isn't it? Yes, any other?
When we things now we are hearing, but then when we face the tempting situations, then sometimes we feel like
Sometimes only. You are a great soul then. Don't worry. Then many times chant Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Failure is a stepping stone to success. Here the Prerna lecture of His Holiness Radhanaswami Maharaj. And every time you fail, you know you are one step close to success. Isn't it? Be a positive thinker. Don't just undergo positive thinker course, but be a positive thinker. Could you take the okay now? Okay, next question here is how much service one have to do? 24 hours. Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya. 24 hours read Prabhupada books, 24 hours fulfill the instructions of the person Bhagavad. I experience that devotees when there is service and they say I am hearing and I am reading more than daily quota. Can you explain this? We have to listen or to do service as both are important. Both are services only. There are 9 types of services. One is hearing directly a Vyakti Bhagavad or hearing by reading Prabhupada book. Then another service is serving, that is chanting. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare. Either on japa beats or with kartal mridang, singing, dancing. That is another kirtan. Then smaranam, that is on mental platform. Mind, one whose mind is very pure, he can remember the Lord naturally, 24/7. Prahlad Maharaj is the epitome of that. Even in the adverse conditions, he could easily remember Krishna. Rather, he never forgot Krishna. That is Smaranam. Then Pada Sevanam. All physical services come in Pada Sevanam. Though Lakshmi ji, as the consort of the Lord, has her place on the chest of the Lord in the form of Srivatsa, three golden hairline. But she comes down to the lotus feet of Lord Narayan and starts massaging his lotus feet. And so she becomes example of physical services. And so she also cooks for the Lord. She is the wife, so she housekeeping and so many things she does. Proper rights. So Pada Sevanam, physical services come under this category. Archanam, deity worship, all festival, everything comes under Archanam. Vandanam, offering obeisances. Dasyam, serving as servant, serving as friend, etc. So all these are services only. Certainly hearing and chanting proper stresses like anything. Unlimited stress is there, more or less. But physical services are also required. Just like we eat also, which is required, and we work also, which is also required. If we keep eating throughout day, that will be one problem. If we keep working throughout day without eating, that will be another problem. So we have to eat also, and then we have to work it out. And then prasada will be digested, then we again will feel hungry, then again we have to take prasada. So both things should go hand in hand, in a sense. Otherwise, it is a problem. So likewise, we should do physical services also and Shravanam Kirtanam also. Many times devotees are unorganized, so that's why if you ask them for physical service, they say, "Oh, my bro, my rounds are remaining." Now, sometimes they may be giving excuses also because Kanishtadhikari means he will be in the lower modes of passion and ignorance. So, in order to escape serving physical services, he will give the excuse, "My rounds are remaining," because he knows the authorities become helpless because you have to complete your 16 rounds. Otherwise, the authority is not a proper authority. So sometimes it could be he's giving excuses, he's trying to escape, or some other times he's unorganized. So in either case, he has difficulty. So you should help him. If you are the manager of that place or counselor or any kind of authoritative position, sit with the devotee, design his schedules all day. Like in Warangal, we used to have Krishna willing, comma, on Excel sheet, Monday to Sunday, 8 a.m. to 9 a.m., 9 a.m. to 10 a.m., 10 a.m. to 11 a.m., 11 a.m. to 12 p.m., 12 p.m. to 1 p.m., then 1 hour like this up to 9 p.m. So 8 a.m. to 9 p.m. for entire Monday to Sunday. And every Monday morning after morning program, I would give them 5 minutes, 10 minutes, and would say, okay, now write down with a pencil because some changes will happen. Suddenly, some extra classes will be kept. Sometimes there will be mass bunk or something could happen. Changes are always possible. So, in case some change happens, because it is with pencil, you can erase it and write down new schedule. And it should be 24 hours in the pocket only, I told them. Anytime you think a little bit, you take it out and see what is written on that particular day in that time schedule, whether you are doing that thing or not. If not, why not? If you are doing something better, fine. And if you are doing that, good. If not, then what is the reason? Is something emergency situation has come up? That's why you are doing something else apart from what is written there, or what is it? So every Monday we used to have it. So it's very good practice. Those who fail to plan, they plan to fail. So help devotees under you to plan also. What is this long link is different. Okay, this Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, where is it gone? This Hare Krishna is gone. This Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. This is also considered Shaktavesh Avatar, the incarnation of sound, incarnation of sound. The incarnation of sound. Okay, incarnation of sound. Again, it is described by Lord Chaitanya that Kali Kale Nama Rupe Krishna Avatar. Okay, so basically Prabhupada's point is it's a incarnation of sound Shakti. It has potency. What is that above that link is there? It's a lecture of Prabhupada. So when Prabhupada explains, he is giving explanation in a particular way. He does not mean that the way the Shaktavesh avatar is there. Like Prithu Maharaj is the incarnation of administrative potency of the Lord. A Jiva is empowered with the administrative potency. Similarly, Kunti Devi is the success potency of the Lord. Narad Muni is bhakti potency of the Lord. So these are Shaktavesh avatar. A Jiva is empowered with the potency, a particular potency. But some other time, Lord Himself also comes as Shaktavesh avatar. That is also possible. So here, sound incarnation of the Lord, that potency is there, that is the point. Ahead. Hare Krishna, Puja Hare Krishna. How can we manage reading Srimad Bhagavatam from the very start? Since we are doing a job, give up the job. The only job is Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya. How come this job came in between? Okay. Also, we regularly hear lectures, but reading Srila Prabhupada's books, especially Srimad Bhagavatam, is must recommended. So please tell us a proper way from scratch. Read every day one page. You know, in this life, at least 6 cantos will be over. Our Krishna will remove your job, means other materialistic obstacles, and then you'll be able to do more. And I said, no, morning or when I said that control the tongue. Don't speak too much. Yesterday evening, yes. And don't eat too much. When tongue is under control, you become very successful in life. When your tongue keeps moving unlimitedly, speaking, vibrating, and then eating also, then problems arise. You could also decide with before every meal, you will read for 20 to 30 minutes. Even if Mahaprasad prayer is over, plate is filled with prasad, Mahaprasad prayer is over, you will not take the morsel in your mouth. You will take Prabhupada book and read for 20 to 30 minutes. Let the prasad cool down a little bit. Then you will feel, oh, this is a big loss. Next time, very soon you will come to a good habit of reading much before prasadam time. So you will get hot prasad also. And you don't have to wait for Bhagavatam, an epic, philosophical, and literary classic, holds a prominent position in India's voluminous written wisdom. The timeless wisdom of India is expressed in the Vedas, ancient Sanskrit texts that touch upon all fields of human knowledge. First canto I read, that was from here. This also I read. You understand? This is like what they call jacket or something. Cover. So this, then here there is only picture. Then this also, all glory to Shri Guru and Gauranga, Srimad Bhagavatam of Krishna Daipanvas, Rishabha Uvacha, Nayam Devo, like that. And then here list of books of Prabhupada, okay, anyway, not required. Then fifth canto, the creative impetus. Like that, I read. You understand? A to Z I read. But then second canto onwards not required because these things remain the same. You understand? No? These things like introduction, same in all 12 cantos. That then no need to read. If you want to read, you can read. I have read also 2, 3, 4, 5 times. Even the index sheet also I read as it is, everything. Chapter 1, the activities of Maharaj Priyavrat. Then all the subtopics. Chapter summary, advantage of household life, the shade of the Lord's lotus feet. Priyavrat sought the lotus feet of Narada. Brahma descends to see Priyavrat. Brahma speaks to Priyavrat. Like that, A to Z. So read page to page. Be a sage, page by page. There is one group of devotees called Chad, a chapter per day, under the guidance of His Grace Vaisheshika Prabhu. Worldwide, thousands of devotees are there. So they read every day one chapter. Some of them read only shlokas, let's say Bhagavad Gita one chapter, let's say fifth chapter. So they read or recite all the verses from fifth chapter. So they call chapter is complete. Some devotees read shloka as well as translation. And some devotees do shloka translation and purport also. Or some will do only translation purport. But basically one chapter should be covered every day. Proper disciples, they read some of them like what is that? Dhruta Karma Prabhu. he as well as some others, Akildar Prabhu, then His Holiness Prahladan Swami Maharaj. So they read Bhagavad Gita. Prahladan Maharaj did not read Swami. He read it. But in 3 or 4 months, they read entire Bhagavad Gita. So in a year, 3 to 4 times Bhagavad Gita is over. So in 40 years, they have read Bhagavad Gita 120 times or 160 times, something like that. 120 times minimum. Imagine. How many of you have thought like that? Before you die, you will read Bhagavad Gita for at least 120 times. And the current question is, have you read Bhagavad Gita for 12 times? 1/10 of it. So you have to make a solid plan. Otherwise, if you fail to plan, you have planned already to fail. So make some solid plan. So in that they have produced one sheet, be a sage, page by page. In that prominent books of Prabhupada, like let's say NOI, that is there anyway. NOI, Shri Upanishad, NOD, Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam, CC. So how many pages you read daily, then how much time it will take for you complete that book. Like Bhagavatam, I remember 41 pages per day. In 1 year, you will complete entire Bhagavatam. Every day you read 41 pages of Srimad Bhagavatam. And it is damn easy in one sense because you can skip reading the verses, word to word meaning. Just translation purport, translation purport, translation purport. In 8th canto, though, you will finish daily 80-90 pages because it is only hardly translation only. This person married this woman and they had this as son or these as sons and this daughter. And then these sons, they got married to this woman and then so many sons came. So just it's a, what you call, genealogical table only. So it can do hardly any purports in one sense. That way it goes very fast. So let's say you read only 20 pages per day of Bhagavatam, then 2 years. If you read 10 pages per day, then 4 years. That is good enough. 4 years, if you could complete Srimad Bhagavatam, all 12 cantos, good gain, isn't it? I read first time Srimad Bhagavatam in 5.5 years because I had I was actively engaged as a man of the managers of youth preaching in Pune as well as so many other things were there. I had my bhakti, I had my this Brahman initiation test because in those years Bhakti Shastri was not there. So we had different tests only, 200 shlokas of Bhagavad Gita and Vaishnava etiquettes and things like that. So 200 shlokas means not shloka for recitation, memorization, but the purports, translation and purport. So with all that, it took 5.5 years for me. 6 cantos I read when I was a student, and then the remaining 6 after passing out after as a brahmachari. But it was done in 5.5 years. Good. Then second reading was fast. That was in 2.5, 3 years, something like that. Third reading got obstructed. Up to 10th canto only reached, and swaha. It is remaining. Most of the times we plan Prabhuji, but we fail to follow. So team up with one more devotee or 2, 3 more devotees and decide some time or something. At least every morning you can decide, okay, today when will we meet for reading whatever Bhagavatam, whatever. We don't have to read the same things also. You can sit in some hall or some room. Everybody reads his own book, but we are all in the same room. Then it becomes very easy. Sanghe Shakti Kali Yuge. In Kali Yuga, we derive strength by association. So all are there. Everybody is reading. Just like in chanting. Even if we feel sleepy or our mind is wandering, but we see other devotees are chanting sincerely, we derive strength from that. Whereas if we are alone, then if we are not so happy in chanting, we may sleep also or get distracted. But Sanghe Shakti Kali Yuga, in Kali Yuga, strength is derived from association. We get discouraged. How to be consistent without getting discouraged even after failure? Devotee association will help. Team up with some, pair up with one devotee or team up with some 2, 3 devotees. It will help. Nowadays, so many devotees are having online reading. Our Raghu Krupa Prabhu joins from Boston with his friends, Brahmachari friends from Pune, Hyderabad, Bangalore. And he joins from Boston. For him, time difference of 10.5 years, 10.5 hours is there. So here it is 3:30 p.m. So here it is, there it is 5 a.m. So I don't know what time they have If they are reading at 2:30, it will be 4 o'clock for him. So 4 o'clock in the morning, taking early bath, he is joining the group. So see, the sincerity is there, and so many other groups are there. You could join anyone. You can start your own group only of your people, isn't it? Hmm?
Lot of reasons.
Hmm?
Everyone has different come together to focus potential reading.
What? I did not understand.
We ask to come together and read. Everyone have their own plans.
So one more devotee only, your best friend. You team up with him, pair up with him, and that is enough. No need of 100 devotees. Any other?
Uh, Actually, it's dad reading oneself that page and compared to hearing somebody is reading, like in classes and all. Actually, it is more easy and
Whatever helps you, you do that, bro. There is no hard and fast rule. Tatra dara niyamita smarane na kala. There is no hard and fast rule in devotional life. Certain things are strict, like for brahmachari morning program is compulsory. But daytime, how you read, you like to hear recorded lectures or whatever. You do whatever you like. Keep doing Shravanam and Kirtanam somehow. Okay? Yes.
Mention that do offenses to the devotees.
Mm.
Do the Lalasa.
Yes. You will have lalsa for material objects, iPhone, America, money, woman, post, position, prestige, and thing is list is long. Putinati, Jiva Himsan, Nishiddhachar, Jalabha Pratishtha Diyat Upashakhagan. That but Krishna Swaraj Goswami is only saying. If you do Vaishnava Aparad, what all things you will be attracted to? Diplomatic behavior, being political, breaking the four regulatory principles, puja, love, pratishtha, profit, adoration, distinction. All these things one will be mad after. Krishna personally sows the seeds of material desires in the heart of Vaishnava offender. Currently, what we have in our heart are all our material desires based on what association we have taken. Imagine Krishna sowing the seeds of material desires in your heart. How will you uproot?
How do we be able
By respecting.
not talking or not putting down?
By respecting all devotees every day, every time. Sakale sammana korite shakati dehanatha jatha jatha tabe to gaibo harinama sokhe aparatha habe hata. तवे तो गायबो हरिनाम सुखे देन आई विल चैंट हरिनाम विथ ऑल प्लेजर हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम राम हरे हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम राम हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम हरे हरे कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम हरे हरे कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम हरे हरे tongue will unresistantly will chant. It cannot stop chanting the holy name if you respect all the Vaishnavas. But that Shakti you don't have, beg from the spiritual master. Spiritual master has the strength. He is able to respect everyone. One who hears the spiritual master regularly, spiritual master destroys the false ego. And when false ego is zero, then one is able to respect everyone. False ego leads to false pride, and one thinks very high of himself. And he doesn't respect anyone, or he doesn't respect many devotees. Such a person cannot chant. Yes, any other? Done. So we'll end. No question? श्री ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भागवतम की जय, श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय, समवेत गौर भक्त वृंद की जय, निताय गौर प्रेमानंदे।